Pass the water.
At least it's just water. Where's my guitar?
We're off to a bad start.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir of folks dressed up like Eskimo. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the seasons bright. Tiny tots with their eyes on a glow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way, lots of toys and goodies on a sleigh. Every mother's child is gonna spy if reindeer really know how to fly. So I'm offering this simple phrase, kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Santa's on his way, loading lots of toys and goodies on a sleigh. Every mother's child is gonna spy if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase, kids from 1 to 92. I know it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you.
Well, welcome everybody to the Coosa Christmas Show. I just am thrilled to see you here. Merry Christmas. This is a great season, and I'm honored to have some great friends with me on stage here. Over here, actually, to open up the evening, that was David Teems. Would you give it up for David Teems?
Thank you.
We're going to be up here over the next little while just sharing some songs, going back and forth, singing together, and making merry. And so have fun and enjoy. Sing along if you know songs. And some will be original. Some will be some arrangements of Christmas favorites. And so we're going to have a great time tonight. Next to David, we've got Alex Petrounov. Give Alex a welcome. Wonderful singer-songwriter. Incredible guitarist. Over here, the lovely Rita Watkins, my little sister. Yeah.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Incredible jazz singer and worship leader, and just thrilled to have you down here with me, sis.
Great to be here.
And then my name is Steve Garrett, and we're happy to have you here.
Child is this who laid to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping, whom angels greet with anthems sweet, while shepherds watch are keeping. This is Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him, Lord, the babe, the Son of Mary. So bring him incense, gold, and myrrh, compares in king to own him, the King of kings. Salvation brings, let loving hearts enthrone him. Raise, raise the song on high, the Virgin sings her lullaby. Joy, joy, for Christ is born, the babe, the Son of Mary. This is Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him, Lord, the babe, the Son of Mary. Come on. Oh, and this is Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him, Lord, the babe, the Son. Sing it with me. This, oh, and this is Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him, Lord, the babe, the Son of Mary, the babe, the Son of Mary, the babe, the Son of Mary.
You guys feeling pretty good? I'm going to sing you one of my original songs that I wrote some years ago when my oldest son, Simeon, who's somewhere in the audience tonight, right before he was born, I wrote him this lullaby called Honeycomb. And I was sitting in worship a few weeks ago when Steve Garrett was leading worship, and I just imagined Mary singing this lullaby to Jesus. So with a couple of little minor alterations, here is the Christmas Honeycomb, originally for Simeon. All the world's a mess, so much loneliness. Where's the loveliness? Where's the happiness? Oh, my baby doll, sweeter than honeycomb. Oh, my baby, don't you ever leave me alone. When you look at me, I'll tell you what I see. There's some of me is much more beautiful. Oh, 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 my baby doll, sweeter than honeycomb. Oh, my baby, don't you ever leave me alone. And I will never be alone again. And I will love you until my end. Oh, Emmanuel, oh, Emmanuel, sweeter than honeycomb. Oh, Emmanuel, don't ever leave me alone. Oh, Emmanuel, sweeter than honeycomb. Oh, Emmanuel, don't ever leave me alone. Thanks.
Well, I know often here in Nashville, you don't get a whole lot of snow. We're originally from the Northeast. I'm still there in suburban Philly. And we've already had one pretty nice snowfall this season. But up in the Northeast, we're always dreaming of a white Christmas. Not necessarily a tender Tennessee one, but anyway. Although that's also a very good song.
Yeah, it is.
I don't
We
think
have
that's in the repertoire for this evening.
Sometimes we get snow.
Well, that's true.
We might get it this year.
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
mean,
who's,
really,
who's daring to dream?
It's like here, people. There's like an eighth of an inch of maybe possible snowfall, and like every county across Tennessee has canceled school. But anyway, so one of the best Christmas songs, iconic Christmas songs of all time, and at any point you feel like you want to sing along, do it. So, White Christmas.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where
Praise God. Well, the next song I'm going to do is, as you were coming in, you were listening to some Christmas music in the speakers. And this next track I'm actually going to do is from my new record, That Christmas Feeling, that's out there. Shameless plug.
There you go.
If you need some great, some great Christmas music, some fresh takes on classics, a couple of originals, jazz big band, please pick it up. You won't be disappointed. Also, RitaWatkins.com if you care to get it via digital download or iTunes or Spotify or any other way you care to stream your music. But anyway, aside from our jackets, we have our love to keep us warm.
Okay. Come on.
Oh, I like this.
The snow is snowing, the wind is blowing, but I will weather the storm. What do I care how much it may storm? Well, I've got my love to keep me warm. Well, I can't remember a worse December just to watch those icicles fall. What do I care if icicles harm? Well, I've got my love to keep me warm. Off with my overcoat, off with my gloves. Who needs an overcoat? I'm burning with love, my heart's on fire. The flame grows higher, so I can weather the storm. What do I care how much it may storm? Well, I've got my love to keep me warm. Off with my overcoat, off with my gloves. Who needs an overcoat? I'm burning with love, my heart's on fire. The flame grows higher, so I will weather the storm. What do I care how much it may storm? Well, I've got my love to keep me. I've got my love to keep me. I've got my love to keep me warm.
Okay, so you guys like us yet? Come on, you can do a little better than that. I want to introduce somebody to you that you're already deeply familiar with already, but it's this gentleman right here. You can see his picture. It's William Tyndale. I did a book on this man a few years ago, and I wasn't even aware of him myself. And you ask most Christians about him, and you get a variety of responses. Wasn't he some martyr guy? But I want to read you some just a few passages, if I can find them. You know, the King James Bible it's, how many of you, well, first of all, how many of you were in the 50s thing last week? 50s and plus. Anybody here tonight? Okay, good, you came back. We had a great time, right? Met some beautiful people. And I just want to say, I just want to thank the powers that be for just inviting me here. I'm honored to be playing with all of these guys. But the King James Bible, it's kind of fading in its popularity, I think, over the years. But most of us, particularly those, a few decades older, that's a good way to put that too. We grew up with it. My dad, I can remember being a small child. My dad and my grandfather arguing over some point of scripture, and it was always King James. But we grew up with passages like this: "Behold the Lamb of God. I am the way, the truth, and the life. In my Father's house are many mansions. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. Seek and ye shall find. With God all things are possible. In him we live and move and have our being. Give us this day our daily bread." And we associate that with the King James Bible, but these are phrases that entered into the language 85 years before the King James Bible came out, introduced into a language, to the stream of English language by this guy right here, William Tyndale. And the beautiful thing about William Tyndale is he had to leave England because it was against the law. Imagine this. In 1517, in England now, in 1517, in the town of Coventry, 6 members of a family were put to death for teaching their children the Lord's Prayer in English. That's how severe it was. And so Tyndale had to leave England to do a translation. He lived for 12 more years, and in that 12 years, he did 2 editions of the New Testament and the Old Testament, from Genesis to 2nd Chronicles and the book of Jonah. One of the things, too, that interesting about William Tyndale, in Exodus 3, I think it is, where Moses is talking to God. And in the King James Bible, it says, "I am that I am," right? And we grew up on that. But Tyndale has an interesting twist on that. He says, "I will be what I will be. Tell them that I will be has sent you." See, that opens it up a little bit. So I just wanted to introduce this guy to you, because in that 12 years, he had a target on his back and a price on his head. And now imagine him translating the works of Paul. There was a powerful empathy, a linguistic empathy between the Apostle Paul and William Tyndale, because William Tyndale was living the life of Paul while he was translating the life of Paul, and persecutions and famines, and he had to go from town to town. We know he was in Cologne, we know he was in Hamburg, we know he was in Wittenberg, but he had to keep on the move because he was an outlaw, doing an outlawed book. That's why the first English Bibles in 1526 they were called an octavo. They were just a small brick-looking book that was easy to smuggle in. But here's the thing, and here's the point, that the believers in 1526, they heard the Christmas story for the first time. For the first time they could read, this is my copy of the Tyndale New Testament, but for the first time they could read God as love. Imagine that. And then they fed on it. By the time Tyndale smuggled the Bible into England, there was appetite waiting on it when it got there. So they devoured it. They were hungry for it. So the next generation, a generation after William Tyndale, because he was martyred in 1536, he was burned at the stake, spent 500 days in a dungeon, in a dark dungeon without light, and was burned at the stake, in part for his translation, and in a major part simply because he did not think as a Roman Catholic. But I want to read the Christmas story. There's so much more. I would love to come back and just talk to you about this man. I feel like I've been given a stewardship over this man's memory. And because people fed on it, the English language was a yokel, kind of a yokel language. Thomas More talked about the English language as being at the bottom of the pond. You could, at Oxford and Cambridge, you could only speak English on weekends or on holidays. You had to speak Latin. Latin was the lingua franca of the universities and the church. And here comes Tyndale and changes everything. And so it emancipated by saying the simple phrase, God is love, for the first time. It not only emancipated culture, it emancipated the English language. And you as Christians have an incredible heritage that way. Think about it. The guy that gave us the language that I'm speaking to you right now was a Christian. And he died for it. He was a hard case too. He was very single-minded. He had to be. Every day, for that 12 years, every day he had to reckon, is today the day they're going to capture me? Is today the day they're going to kill me? So imagine what that put into his language. Though I speak with tongues of men and angels and have no love, and that's how he said it, and have no love, I'm only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. William Tyndale gave us that. 90 to 94% of the King James New Testament is the translation of William Tyndale. You know, all the Elizabethans did, all the translators, King James translators did, they Shakespeare'd is a verb. They Shakespeare'd Tyndale. So I'm going to read this, and this is how they heard it for the first time. This is going to sound familiar to you. You're going to be thinking I'm reading the King James Bible, but this is William Tyndale. And you know the phrase "and it came to pass." You know, where would the Christmas story be without "it came to pass"? Well, that came from William Tyndale. But Tyndale was such a writer, such a conscientious writer. He didn't want to repeat himself. So it starts out like this. I'm just reading a small portion here. He'll say things like, "and it chanced," instead of "and it came to pass." "And it chanced," or "and it fortuned." "And it fortuned while they were," let me back up a little bit. "And it chanced that in those days there went out a decree, commandment from Augustus the emperor, that all the world should be taxed. And that taxing was first executed when Cyrenius was lieutenant in Syria. And every man went unto his own city to be taxed. And Joseph also ascended from Galilee out of a city called Nazareth unto Jewry, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be taxed with Mary, his spoused wife, which was with child. And it fortuned, while they were there, her time was come that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her first begotten son, wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. And there were in the same region shepherds abiding in the fields, watching their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord stood hard by." I like that. The angel of the Lord stood hard by and said, "Be not afraid, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy that shall come to all the people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And take this for a sign, you shall find the child swaddled and laid in a manger. And straightway there was with the angel a multitude of heavenly soldiers, lauding God and saying, Glory to God on high, and peace on earth, and to all men rejoicing." I have traveled many moonless nights, golden weary, the babe inside, and I wonder what I've done. Holy Father, you have come, chosen carry your son. I'm waiting in a silent prayer. I'm frightened by the load I bear, and in a world as cold as stone. Must I walk this path alone? Be with me now. Be with me now. Breath of heaven, hold me together. Be forever near me. as you watch my face. If a wiser one could have had my place, but I offer all I am for the mercy of your plan. Help me be strong. Help me be. Help breath of heaven, hold me together, be forever near me. Breath of heaven, sing it with us. Breath of heaven, light in my darkness, pour over me your holiness. You are holy. Breath of heaven, hold me together, be forever near me. Breath of heaven, breath of heaven, light in my darkness, pour over me your holiness, for you are holy. Breath of heaven.
So beautiful. Thank you, David. That was marvelous. That was such a blessing. So good. Well, this next song that we're going to share, you know, with the majesty and the beauty and the love and the magnitude of what surrounds this season in Jesus. Very much this time of the year is also great difficulty for many. And this song holds a special place in my heart as I think about our Father. Actually, this record was both inspired by and dedicated to him. I won't go into that, but our mama passed away just 1 year ago. And so this song is titled Christmas in Heaven, and the joy of both the memory of what we can take with us, the memories of our loved ones, and also maybe a little sneak peek into perhaps what it could be like in heaven as they celebrate with the Lord. So this is very special and dear to my heart. Enjoy Christmas in Heaven. December hasn't changed, and this town looks the same. They still light the tree in the city square. There's red, white, and green shining everywhere. And I wish you were here, and I wonder, is there snow falling down on the streets of gold? Are the mansions all covered in white? Are you singing with angels? Silent night. I wonder what Christmas in heaven is like.
There's a little manger seat down on 3rd and Main. I must have walked right by it 1,000 times, but I see it now in a different light, 'cause I know you are there, and I wonder, are you kneeling with shepherds before him now? Can you reach out and touch his face? Are you part of that glorious holy night? I wonder what Christmas in heaven is like. Is the snow falling down on the streets of gold? Are the mansions all covered in white? Are you singing with angels, silent night, holy night? I wonder what Christmas in heaven is like.
I'm back. Is it back on me? I'm getting hungry in these chairs, and I just realized why. Have you guys ever seen these white chairs up here at the church? Anybody ever seen them that goes to this church? You know why you haven't seen them? Because they're from my dining room. And I'm sitting here, and I'm loving Rita's voice, and I'm like, I want nachos. And it's the chairs. It's the chairs.
That's really great that when you look at me, you think of nachos.
No, it was even before that. It was actually from the top of the, ever since Steve started singing, yeah, so these are...
Sentimental song, he's thinking about nachos.
The dessert reception is coming up. It's fine. You can
Listen,
wait.
I don't even need to get more sentimental. You guys have probably seen the flyer for this show. I'm the only one not smiling. I've been getting all kinds of...
He really is a happy guy.
Yeah, I'm very happy. We had rehearsal at my house yesterday, and we all voted to take these chairs here today from my dining room, so I'm hungry. And
Yes. See, this is what he looks like with a smile.
Yeah.
You look good.
if I'd known 3 years ago that that photo was going to end up on a Christmas flyer, I don't know if I would have smiled, but I would have definitely not smiled.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, I've got product as well. I've got 3 beautiful download cards that don't take up a lot of space in your inventory. Traditionally, I sell each download card for $39.99. Tonight only. I've lowered the price just for you guys.
I like that.
Drastically. I mean, like one of them's $10, another's $8. So that's I'm not a math guy, but that's a big percentage. So keeping in this,
You're making the rest of us look bad.
yeah, no. Keeping in the spirit of the heart of that photo, which is melancholy, I will also do a melancholy Christmas song.
Wow.
Melancholy is not a joke. All right.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. That's not even, okay. So this is another original. I did a terrible job of setting that up, so if you could just stop smiling and then we'll... And then this is on one of my records that is just $10 tonight, okay? In the half-light of the evening, when shadows whisper and turn, I lost myself in my memories, and I lost my reason to yearn. And I'm anxious and resistant to the power of love in my life, to go future is a wonderful heartache of mine. So don't let me sing a song that you will never sing along, 'cause I don't want to be alone. And in the melody, please keep the breezes strong, and the grass is growing long. Don't let me falter and fade. Now I look back and remember every trial and every tear, how you helped me get through December, Lord, how you helped me conquer my fear. And I might know all of the reasons to wear a smile on my face. There it is. But it's not always that easy, and it seems so way out of place. So don't let me sing a song that you will never sing along, 'cause I don't want to be alone. In the melody, please keep the breezes strong, and the grass is growing long. Don't let me falter and fade, 'cause I need you. A broken Christmas song, 'cause I don't want to be alone. In the melody and with the falling snow, please wash away all wrongs. Don't let me falter and fade. Don't let me sing a song, a broken Christmas song, 'cause I don't want to be alone. In the melody and with the falling snow, please wash away the wrongs. Don't let me falter and fade. Don't let me falter and fade.
That was great. I had written a song a few years ago, and this is on my record, Reconstruction, and I was reflecting on just the amazing miracle of the incarnation, God taking on flesh through his Son, the Word, as John chapter 1 describes him. And this is the beginning of the Christmas story for us. It's God coming and taking on flesh. And somehow in amazement, we look at this Jesus, born of the Virgin Mary, but a work of God, a miracle of God in her, in his conception. And Jesus comes to live and to die and to be raised again and to offer us new life. He is God, fully and fully man. Now that is an awesome mystery. In this song, I wanted to capture the wonder of God taking on flesh, God being fully deity and fully man in Jesus. And I wanted to invite my good friend and poet, Cynthia Griffin, to come and share a great piece that she wrote called Our Brother Born before I share the song.
Our brother born
for our adversity. He came in weakness. Brother born from maid named Mary, hidden in obscurity, except some shepherds saw him wrapped and laid in hay of manger. Brother born, he knew hostility and jealousy and fled as exile. Brother born, he always traced his line as son to father. He was bred in flesh to be our second Adam. This his purpose as our brother born, to right the fight, to be the man who did not miss the mark, to be our kinsman bringing light, to offer up himself, defending us from death. This brother, loyal, generous.
Incarnate majesty, you save someone like me, and I'm yours for all eternity. Oh, humble King divine, make this changed heart a sign that I'm yours for all eternity. King of heaven, you came to earth to be king of my heart, my brand new birth. I live for your glory, your glory, your glory, Jesus. What rugged grace flows down to me from your yielded crown, and I'm yours for all eternity. Death could not hold you down, so you rose up from the ground, and you reign for all eternity. Oh, King of heaven, you came to earth to be king of my heart, my brand new birth. I live for your glory, your glory, your glory, Jesus, the King of heaven, King of earth, King of my heart, my brand new birth. You're the King of glory, King of glory. I live for your glory, Jesus.
forever you are glorious. God with us, glorious. 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 Thank you.
I gotta follow that. And I have to follow that. That's good.
That's why I asked you to switch songs there, remember? Just thinking ahead.
The song I want to do now, it's not really a Christmas song, but I can't think of a better gift. That you can offer to culture around you. Culture is in a big mess right now. There's a lot of challenges, and so this song is going to split the difference between William Tyndale and the King James Bible. This simply says, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. The first 4 lines of that are direct from William Tyndale. Whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure. They diverge on the next one. King James says, whatsoever things are lovely. William Tyndale's version is, whatsoever things pertain to love. And I kind of like that better, actually, because it focuses on the very heart of the gospel. And so just, and this song it really has no markers, no Christian markers. This is very inclusive for culture around you. It has no walls. So go ahead and play the track. Sing it with me, too. You know the words now, so. Whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. Whatsoever things are true, whatever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, things are good report, there be any virtue, there be any praise, think on these things. Whatsoever things are honest. Sing it with me. Whatsoever things are honest. Whatsoever things are pure. Whatsoever things are lovely. Whatsoever things are good report. If there be any virtue, if there be any praise, they don't leave me. Whatsoever things are true. Whatsoever things are true. Whatsoever things are honest. Whatsoever things are honest. Whatsoever things are just. Whatsoever things are pure. Whatsoever things are lovely. Whatsoever things are right. Good report. If there be any virtue, if there be any praise. You're so kind.
If you know this one, feel free to sing along. In the bleak midwinter, I see wind made moan, and earth stood hard as iron, water like a stone. Snow on snow had fallen, snow on snow on snow. And in the bleak midwinter, long and long ago, and angels and archangels may have gathered there, and cherubim and seraphim rising in the air. Oh, but only Mary in her maiden bliss worship the beloved with a mother's kiss. No, heaven cannot hold him, nor can earth sustain. Heaven and earth shall fall away when he comes to reign. So what then can I give him, empty as I am? If I were a shepherd, I would bring a lamb. And if I were a wise man, I would know my part. What then can I give him? I must give my heart.
The stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt his worth. The thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine. Oh, night divine. Truly taught us to love one another. His law is love, and his gospel is peace. Chains shall he break, for the slave is our brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy in grateful chorus praise we. Let all within us praise his holy name. Christ is the Lord. Oh, praise his name forever. His power and
I did not know I was playing on that one. Thank you for the surprise.
That was good. We just took off and went going, right? Thank you for going on this journey with us.
We're really just getting warmed
Well,
up.
we're at the end of our show. I hope you've had a great time tonight. We want to. We hope we get a chance to see you after the show. We'll be back at the table. Well, we want to sing just one more closing song that we want to ask you to sing with us, and then we're going to invite you to come and enjoy wonderful desserts and just hang out and get to know some folks around you. And but this is a song that I just think it's a lot of fun, and it goes like this. It sounds like Randy Snowhill shut the door, but it's not. Okay, here we go.
Wait a minute. Aren't you doing this in D? I thought
Should we do it in D?
that's what you did in yesterday.
Oh, sure. Okay, fine. I can do it in D. This is a really professional way to end a show. I like that.
I'm hungry.
Set him straight up.
Thank you. We'll do it in D. That's fine.
There's
That's
lots
fine.
of onion pizza back there waiting for us.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año de felicidad. Come on, stand up and sing with me. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año de felicidad. Come on. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Come on, play it now. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. Come on. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. One more time, come on. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Steve Garrett, everybody.
Good night.